Tomate Surf Shop, presentador oficial Arica Chilean Challenge 2013.
So we are back, and I am joined by none other than our advancer.
Yeah.
I would say the winner, but you didn't win, but you advanced.
Felt like I won. I got through at the end there, so I was pretty stoked.
So Dallas Singer joining me here in the studio, live, at the third stop of the GoPro IBA World Tour. This is the Arica Chilean Challenge presented by the Municipalidad de Arica, as well as Tomate Surf Shop. Of course, Mike Stewart's Bodyboards Science helping us out, as well as Movie Star and Lawn Airlines. And man, what a heat that was. I mean, to see guys with nothing but 2s and 3s until 2 minutes ago.
No, it seems as though everyone just pulls the trigger like in the last 3 minutes. You've seen Dave's heat as well. And
crazy.
I don't know, it's something that, I don't know if they'd want to do that in the first 3 minutes, the heat, make your life a lot easier, but yeah, it seems as though everyone's just sort of getting those big scores with 2 minutes to go.
So 2 minutes are already underway in this heat. We have yet to see a wave. Uri Valadal, as well as Diego Cabrera, and Diego is a rider from the Canary Islands. And we were talking about, this wave really does remind me of Fronton. Do you feel the same way? Yeah,
I mean, the same sort of kind of raw ocean, sort of heavy, shallow reef. I guess it's pretty well the same thing. Difference between here and there is that the water's really cold, pretty much. So yeah, it's a pretty amazing place, really. Every time I've come here, it's big and it's offshore every morning, and it's got to be like, if you're into heavy reefs, it's probably the best place in the world to come to, really.
Have you been? Have you had a chance to check out much of the surrounding areas or the sites that Arica has to offer?
Yeah. Actually, I was talking to someone last night about it, and I kind of did a lot of that stuff in the first few years I was here, and it was really fun and stuff. But you come here for the 5th time, and you're really just coming here for the waves, more or less. So yeah. So yeah, there's seals. There's a bunch of other stuff. There's heaps of stuff to do, I'm sure.
I was going to show you. I took some pretty awesome pictures of the mummies yesterday.
Oh, you getting to see them?
Yeah, I went to the museum. I like to enjoy what Arica has to offer. Arica really has a rich history, and we were just talking about with Mike. Whether it's the culture, the civilization, geographically. I mean, there's a lot to offer here, and not many people know about it. And even someone like myself who's traveled the world, I've been all over. I didn't know that much about Chile, and I didn't realize how interesting it was until I got here.
Yeah, it's like the moon. You talk to Mike about it. He's really into everything that's past the coastline. It's just nothing lives out there. It's bizarre. They reckon it's as close to the moon or Mars.
Yeah, it's the Atacama Desert, which is the driest desert in the world, and there's literally areas of this desert where it has not rained in 300 years.
You're kidding.
Basically, what happens is because the Andes are here.
Yeah.
Any moisture coming from the ocean just stops at these mountains along the cliffs or the Andes, and no moisture gets up and over that at all.
Yeah, right. So it just dries out.
Yeah, nothing gets past that. It's similar to the Gobi Desert in Asia.
Yeah.
It's right next to the Himalayas.
Yep.
And no moisture is going past the Himalayas.
Wow.
It's a wall.
So I guess you can build your house square, no gutters.
Yeah. You don't even need a roof because it's not going to rain.
Yeah. There's no gutters in town at all. I haven't seen one, so it's pretty funny. But yeah, no, it's an awesome place, and I have seen a few bits and pieces around here. There's stuff like mummies would be pretty cool. But if you're thinking about coming to South America, Chile's one of the top 3 places to come, in my opinion. And like I said, we've been coming here for a few years now, and if you're a bodyboarder, this is one of the best.
I took these yesterday.
Oh wow, they're like heads, huh?
Yeah.
The teeth don't rot away. That's crazy.
Well, the teeth actually are what lasts the longest on the mummies.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, because it's the hardest part of your body.
Yeah, okay.
So even when your bones are gone, your teeth will still be there.
That's wild, isn't it? Are they really small?
They have infants. They have newborns that they turn into mummies. They almost look like dolls.
Yeah, that's wild.
Pretty crazy.
Get away with. Is that a real person?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah, right.
They cover them with clay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty wild.
So it's very interesting. There's babies, and you can see their little fingers and toes.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
You got there yesterday, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. After the contest.
Yes.
Oh, you had a really exciting day yesterday, didn't you? Yesterday was wild, wasn't it? It was just really open ocean and stuff, and we actually paddled out for our last heat, and they called it off just because the wind went real bad. And there's Jacob there. He did well yesterday too.
Here we are, first wave. Uri Valadao on that left, finding a barrel, driving through there, stalling a couple times, still stalling, rolls out of it.
Yeah.
Nice, clean wave, and a good opener for him with 5 minutes gone here in this heat.
Yeah, that was clean. Like you said, it was just, he kind of just textbook rode that left. He knew he had the roll out just to, you know, tie the bow, so to speak. The judges love that. Yuri really stood out for me yesterday. He got some really good waves. He surfed 2 heats and won them both, so, you know, he knows what he has to do today.
Really stalling just continuously there.
Wow. Yeah, he's going to be happy. I mean, the buzzer just went for him to go, so, you know, in the first 5 minutes, that's the kind of way you want to start. Be feeling confident now and leaving Diego out there just waiting for a score.
I mean, so now he's going to be looking at, I'd say, between a 6.5 and a 7.5 in that wave, so great heat opening wave.
Just J-Ram frothing on his invert. He did really well towards the end of that heat. That right invert was so hard landing. He just did so well. Yeah, so Diego also, I think he got maybe the best score. I was talking to the filmers yesterday, Arbo, and they said Diego's wave was the best one ridden. First heat of the day.
Yeah, he's been doing very well, and he's going to need a good score like that to pull ahead of Uri Valadao, who just opened up the heat with quite a left. And here he is right now. Diego, what's he got on this left? Good size wave, bottom turning through the barreling section.
He wants to stall. He's probably looking for a ramp about now. If he could finish it off with a roll, he'd be really happy. Yeah, nice loopy one. Probably hit him around the mid-5s.
Nice extension.
Probably not the best. Oh, how's it go with that rock? You try and just block that out behind you, Eric. It's just, you know it's behind you the whole time. You're just looking forward. You just want to get out of there. So, yeah, it's not a bad start for Diego. He probably wanted something more, like maybe a pit at the start of that one. But
yeah, I'm thinking that he was hoping it would barrel. It did a little bit right there, but not quite as much as he wanted to. Quick little cover up from that angle.
Dump and a roll towards the end. It's different on high tide, huh? There's a lot of water there, and it doesn't really drain as much as what you'd think. I mean, at low tide's like nearly a different story.
The wave selection has certainly become the story of the contest thus far. As we see, this is Diego Cabrera once again, a third replay from a different angle.
Yeah.
Let's see the scores. Okay, so Uri Valadao with a 6.5. Like I said, I thought it would be between a 6.5 and a 7.5 for the left. And we have Diego Cabrera opening up with a 4.88.
Yep.
So 2 decent scores for these guys opening up. 21 minutes and 55 seconds to go here in the third heat of men's round number 4.
It's a bit of a lonely one when you got man-on-man heats when it's this big, Eric. It's just, you know, you're in the ocean pretty much. These guys probably won't say much to each other the whole time. Yuri's out there. He knows he's sitting on a 6.5, which he'd be happy with. And I don't know. It'd be funny to see if people more likely shift to the left, seeing as it's dropped about a foot. And it's a little cleaner today, but you know, there's a lot of rights getting ridden too. Here we go.
Look at this one. Uri Valadao, a good size right. Rolling it through the lip of the barrel.
He's tucking under. He probably wants some dessert here. He spins. Something might happen towards you. They go a bit fat sometimes. It's probably what's happened. And just going to ride it out the channel and hopefully find something else.
And Dallas, talk about how on these rights it gets a little bumpy down there towards the second half of the wave. Why is that?
It's kind of hits there's a lot of water moving down the. It's like almost like a break wall that runs along the side there. And all this water just kind of rushes out towards the break. And once you hit that real edgy bit, it just starts to go real lumpy. And it's like you're hitting current, more or less.
So there you go, big right, punching through the roof of that barrel. Comes out, nice forward spin. It's actually, I mean, a good spin right there in the critical section of the wave.
Yeah,
it was
it's cool.
steep.
But they just don't seem to score him, unfortunately, for Yuri. Yeah, I like seeing stuff like that. Cutty revs, falls off the lip, but you know, modern day kind of competitive surfing, they seem to dwindle out. But Yuri's still in the lead. He's happy. He's just cruising out there. He knows he doesn't have to exert too much energy. He's probably hitting about 20 minutes, towards 20 minutes now, so a third of the heat done. Diego's got to pull his finger out.
Okay, so there's a second score coming through right there. Uri Valadao, 5.58. So he's got a pretty commanding lead right now. Diego needs a 7.2 to get up into first place. We know he's certainly capable of that, but at the moment, we have Yo-Yo down on the beach with our heat winner, the man from Maui, Jacob Romero.
Winning the man heats, Jacob Romero. Jacob, Hello, aloha. Yeah, I'm stoked to win that heat. I knew it was against Amari, so I knew I had to go big, and luckily I got that one last invert, and I stuck it. I was super stoked on that.
All the Hawaiian Army winning on these heats, and you guys choosing the rides. Tell me, what do you find on these waves?
Well, I feel more comfortable on the rights, and I know there's like big sections on the right, so I just kind of stuck to my game plan and just picked off the rights, and it worked. It was super slow, but I got that one wave, and I'm into the quarters, so I'm real happy.
Congratulations, and I'm back to you guys.
Thank you. Hello.
Thank you so much, Yo-Yo.
Yeah, J Rum looked pretty happy there. He's coming off a round 4 win.
Yeah, he's done. You know, he's been impressive.
Yeah, hasn't he?
100%. He's been impressive in this contest. I mean, he has some issues down at the South Coast Crusade. Wasn't able to. He didn't get the waves there, which kind of
Can't happen.
mystified me. But he did good here.
Yeah.
And look at these swells crossing up right now. We have one coming in from the south, one from the west. Almost maybe two different swells mixing right now.
Yeah, I can't really work it out. I mean, it's definitely not as wild as yesterday. It's a bit more handleable. Like, there's not as much current out the back, and that might change towards low tide, I think. But
Diego Cabrera now paddling.
Look at that thing. It looks perfect, doesn't it?
Very glassy, oily face.
It looked perfect.
He faded too much there for the takeoff.
Yeah, he might have been a bit too deep there. It seemed as though it looked good from the start. He knows how to pick him. I've seen him out here before. He actually came off an injury last year that he copped. He actually headbutted his board real hard and bruised himself. So he's come back firing. He's in round 4. He's got plenty of time left to come back from this. He's in a shocking position right now, right in front of these bombs. That is a classic 8-footer on the head. There you go. Dry rocks
bueno. Oh, look at the wave out the back, too. He's going to get another one.
There you go. Yuri's just chilling.
Yeah. Diego Cabrera, look at once again.
It's funny. You don't know where to go. You don't have to punch to the left or the right from here. Should be all right now. After the first one, it gets kind of fluffy, so you can just sort of bounce around there. So he'll be right. And 17 minutes remaining. The boys are still pretty much 2 apiece. Diego's sitting on a 6.26 combined. Yuri Valadao, 12.08.
Well, Uri Valadao once again is looking to extend that lead, while Diego just wants to get back out in the lineup.
I think Diego's getting mummified right now on the inside.
So much wildlife here. It's, really is beautiful here.
Yeah.
There's so many seals out in the water.
Yeah, it actually makes you, I don't know, it makes me feel like a little bit more calm. No, it's just having a seal bobbing up and down, he can handle it. He was out there all day yesterday copping the bombs on the head. So
there's several of them.
Yeah, right. There's actually a break around the corner from Gringo that a lot of the surfers surf, like just down there. I couldn't see him until I paddled out yesterday. And there was,
the left?
Yeah, there must have been 7 or 8 guys out there.
Yeah. I saw them yesterday as well.
Yeah.
It breaks right there off the rocks.
Off the rocks, yeah. It looks kind of looks serious when it's coming from this direction, but I don't know what it looks like from there. There's also a bommy to the left of your screen. It's called El Boy. There was a few big waves out there yesterday, a few tow teams giving it a go. There's plenty of waves here in Arica.
Yeah. You guys know, well, we're going to show you a little update, a little highlight package of the second day of this contest while we're sitting here in a lull. Check out the highlights for our GoPro event from day 2. from our tour title sponsor. Remember, this is the GoPro IBA World Tour. This is stop number 3, the Arica Chilean Challenge presented by the Municipalidad de Arica and Tomate Surf Shop. And we've got some sets coming in now, don't we?
That is a rogue one. I think the boys might have even got caught inside. They seem to come every 40 minutes this morning, it seems. There was one in Winnie's heat, I noticed. And it's you just got to be mindful that, this stuff can happen.
Oh, barely making under right there was Diego.
Diego's got out of his cocoon there on the inside. He's getting back in position.
Yeah, after getting caught inside earlier, then we got that rogue set coming through. Diego's like, man, I can't get a break. We're down to 13 minutes and 30 seconds, so a little bit over halfway through the heat, and these riders only catching 2 waves each. Remember, Uri Valadao, the Brazilian, in first place, and Diego Cabrera, the man from the Canaries, in second with only a 6.26. He has a low score of 1.38 that he definitely wants to get rid of.
Yeah, that's for sure. It's almost like Diego has to reset from now on. It's the second half of the heat. He hasn't had a blinder to begin with, so he's probably just thinking second priority, get something in the inside, maybe pull the trigger on the left, and get some scores up. He's not comboed or anything. I mean, Yuri's only sitting on a 6.5 and a 5.58, so it's not huge scores to follow.
I mean, at this point, with the last heat going the way it has, and this heat starting off so slow, I mean, does Alex Leon need to think about holding the contest?
Yeah, well, it's hard because he's going to make the call in the dark, more or less. It's pretty dark at 6:30 in the morning here, and he's got the judges and everyone else on his back. Is he going to run? Is he going to run? And, I think he just had to make the call, and he's done all right here. He's going to get through a round, and the boys are handling it. It's fine.
So, but I mean, at this point, do we start considering putting the contest on hold? If we're having scores like 3s and 4s
yeah,
throughout the whole
definitely.
heat?
I mean, that's what happened to us yesterday. There was a heat where just nothing popped through in 17 minutes, so they definitely got to consider that. And it's good about this comp. He goes Yuri. Not happening for him here. Diego looks pretty keen for this second one, though.
Here he goes, turning around. Diego Cabrera.
Wow. Check that thing out.
Look at this barrel set.
Oh, no. Yeah, funny you bring that up, Alex, because it seems as though the quality in this one's just not there. I don't know if they're taking off on the wrong waves or whatever, but...
Did you call me Alex?
Sorry.
I'm way better looking than Alex. Don't insult me.
I get you guys mixed up. You're hanging together too much. Eric. Yeah, so yeah, it's good about this contest, and when you're on the top level, they can just pull an event when it gets bad.
Yeah.
The primary objective is to get best waves. So, if it goes bad, they'll pull the pin.
So tell me this, I mean, as a rider yourself, you have a heat, possibly later in the day.
Yeah.
Are you looking at the last heat and this heat, and do you think, man, we need to call this and put a stop to this? Are you at that point yet?
No, not yet. I mean, I was yesterday. I kept looking at the wind, and it seemed to be pumping through, but, they went through round 6 and then I paddled out during heat 7, sorry, and I was heat 8, and I just, by that stage, you're like, we're running, and then they pulled it last minute, so anything can happen, guys, so you just got to keep an eye on the webcast and see what happens, but I don't know, this heat seems to be a bit sour, I don't know. But Alex is getting through, a good chunk of this round. He's got a really good forecast in Saturday and Sunday, so I'm sure he'd like to wrap it up on Saturday now, seeing as he's got the boys out there. So,
there is Jeff Hubbard getting ready to paddle out. We're going to have quite a heat coming up after this one. 2 former world champions going against each other. The man from Kauai, Jeff Hubbard, taking on GT Guilherme Tamega.
It's a good one, huh?
It's going to be an amazing heat.
Yeah, that's something to watch for sure. I'm sure they would have been pretty bummed, actually, just pulling each other in the 4th round. It means one of them's going to have to get knocked out. Jeff's won this event, so is Tamega, so that's going to be nearly a final right there. It's just unfortunate that they've drawn each other so early in the event.
Yeah, it's awesome, though, that we have such, so many past winners here at this event, but we are at the 10th anniversary of this contest as we see Uri Valadao paddling.
There we go.
Right there on the peak, pulling into the barrel. No, goes around it.
He wanted to squeak into that start bit. It just didn't want to happen for him. So once again, yeah, Yuri's in first place on a 12. Diego in second, needing a 7.2. So that's a pretty solid score. He's going to have to get the best score of the heat to really turn this around. He's all alone out there. 9 minutes remaining. Here we
So
go.
Diego Cabrera out the back all by himself, looking to take off on a nice set wave. Is this going to be it? It is.
Yeah, it is.
So Diego Cabrera, the man from Canary Islands, bottom turning into that barreling section. He's going to roll it. What's he going to do? Into the barrel he lands.
Yeah, it's funny. I don't know what the judge is going to do about that. I've seen Pierre get a similar one to that yesterday, and they scored it complete. So I don't know what the guys at home think. That seemed as though he just kind of come up around the back of it too.
Pretty awesome though when you roll it like that and you land inside the barrel.
It's pretty wild, isn't it? It's just the thing is you got to control it. You got to hold yourself in it. So I don't know. He hit it real early. He didn't have much of an opportunity because it didn't pit from the start. So he's just said, "Oh, I'm going to have to hit it straight away." It's coming in the last 9 minutes. So here we go. It's a lot of free fall there. Probably had flashbacks of his injury last year almost. Wow. So that's going to be in the judges' hands. I'm glad I'm not judging that one. But just getting back out there nonetheless. You got Igor in there taking some shots. He's pretty brave actually. There's a lot of closeouts through that left-hander. So I'm sure you guys will see plenty of that this afternoon on all the social media pages.
That's right. Make sure you're following us. Not just checking out IBAWorldTour.com, but you need to be subscribed to our YouTube page. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
So it's your first time to Arica, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what's your first thoughts?
I mean, like I said, I'm very impressed by the history and the diversity of the culture here. As we see, Uri Valadao, look at this left. Barreling section.
Here we go. He's that
stalling. This is going to be the one for him, I can tell.
You almost see the smile on his face when he popped out of that one. Very nice. It's almost the one that Diego needed. Fortunately, he would have been paddling out, looking straight into that thing. But yeah, I just found when I first rocked at the Arica, these huge dunes on the coastline, it just looks so foreign to me. But it's cool. It's so different and cool. It's rad. There you go, Diego. Yuri just popping out of that one. What do you reckon he'll score for that one?
6'5", 7.
Mid-6, hey.
Yeah, 6'5". Or maybe higher because of the challenging conditions. As we see another replay from farther back. Watch him disappear from sight. Stalls perfectly.
Oof. You see Diego just
paddling over like, oh man.
That's almost a twist of the knife there from
in
Yuri.
your face. Okay, 7.13 for Uri Valadao. So it was a 7.13 and a 6.5. Decent scores, respectable scores there.
Yeah.
And it's going to be an uphill battle for Diego Cabrera, who needs an 8.75, which is a big score for the conditions right now.
Yeah, for sure. And it's just a matter of waiting for a good one and being really confident that it's going to give you the points. He looked at that one. It's probably a good choice too. It's just all about the wave selection in the last 6 minutes. Does he scrap or does he wait for a good one? We haven't seen that much this heat, so they're just getting under a bomb there. A couple of local chicaritas.
Fuck.
And there's a lot of spectators down here in Arica. That's something that's pretty special here is that so many people get into it.
Dallas, we have some of our fans hitting us up on the Facebook page asking some questions when we take a look at Diego Cabrera. Once again, look at this, late
He's got
scooping.
into it. That's what he wanted. Come out.
Oh!
It's a sketchy pull out. That was a sick barrel by Diego. It might be what he needed. I don't know. Depending on what Yuri actually scored a 7.13 on that last pit.
8.75 is a pretty big score.
He might have got it.
Could be close.
It was a good pit. He got a bit extra, a little dessert kind of on the end there. You didn't see him for a while, but be interesting. Definitely close here. It's changed completely since the 15-minute mark.
So while we're waiting for that score, Matt Mollison wants to know, Dallas, what's your usual order at Harry's Schnitzel's?
Matty's from Newcastle. That's my everyday lunch spot. I'm usually running a Famous with chili. That's my staple diet when I'm at home. Diego just ducking out of that one. He might have, considering Yuri got a 7.13 for his last one, you'd have to think this one is slightly better. Couple of mega bombs out the back right now.
Look at these sets coming through.
Jeez, easily 10 foot. There we are, Diego's had a shocker here.
Oh, just getting drilled.
That's the channel, man. That's something that you're just going to have to deal with. Jet ski's there, which is good to know. They can pull him out of trouble if they need it. Where is he? Up. Eagles come up. Diego's just having a absolute shocker. His score's dropped. It's a 7.18. So it was slightly better than Yuri's, but yeah, it wasn't enough to get him into the lead. Still needed a 6.45, and I don't know how much energy he's got left. He's been doing the hard yards all heat. He's going to earn his lunch here because he's copped it pretty well, a 4-wave set straight up, and that was easy. 10-footer right to the head, dry rocks.
Yeah, no fun right there. Man, these guys really took it right there. 3 minutes to go. And what happened with those scores coming through? 7.18. He needed a big 8. So Diego didn't quite get the score he needed, but he's closer. He needs only a 6.45 to take away that lead from Uri Valadao.
3 minutes. He's probably going to be looking at closeouts now to hit. It's kind of what the general thing to do is. I just don't know how much fuel he's got left in the tank.
Yeah. And, man, IBA fans, this heat is getting tight right here, and you guys have got to be excited about the fact that we have Guilherme Tamega and Jeff Hubbard coming up next. Huge heat.
Yeah, boys just waiting patiently. 2 minutes remaining. What do they got? Uri probably knows Diego doesn't need too much, so he knows he's not safe yet. Diego in second priority. He's just kind of sniffing around. He knows closeouts maybe all he needs. I've seen Rolls even score higher than 6.45, so
90 seconds to go here in the third heat of round number 4. Remember, the winner's moving on to the quarterfinals. The loser is going home. We might be seeing him in Antofagasta. We might be seeing him in Rio. But he's done for the day. Here we go. Uri Valadao, look at this.
Use his priority. Tuck it in deep.
Fading.
Almost doesn't matter if he doesn't make that, you know. He just blocked pretty well. Blocked Diego from a potential scorer, so that's the end of the heat, it seems.
Looks like a set coming in.
And I'm just trying to figure out if there's any heat or not yet. Minute remaining, I think. This is all sort of hooters and stuff going on down here at the moment. Diego just having a quick sniff of that. He's got 40 seconds, so it's really crunch time for him here.
Man, Gringo just showing off right there with that nice barrel.
Too. Wow.
30 seconds to go. Diego Cabrera's got to be feeling the pressure. He's done well here in the past. He's done well at Fronton in the past, but Uri Valadao has just about shut him down with only 30 seconds to go.
Yeah, he's tied the bow, you could say. 20 seconds remaining. I don't know if there's any heats in the... Oh, here he goes. 5 seconds remaining, actually.
So there you have it.
The timer there might be a little bit slow, but yeah, the heat's just finished. Brazilian boys are stoked. There's Edar and Roberto and the boys just following their mate. Now they got Tamega in the next heat.
Yeah. Brazil certainly representing.
Yeah.